Exam 1 review, part 3, question number 7. Solve the equation x squared plus 5x minus 1 equals to 0. Give the larger of the two solutions. I'm going to include only the large solution. So in this case, you're going to use the quadratic formula since this equation is not factorable. So I'm going to say x, 1 and 2, is equal to negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. In my case, in here, a is equal to 1, b is equal to 5, and c is equal to negative 1. Substitute the numbers in, and you're going to get the bigger solution is going to be x is equal to 0.1926. So in this case, you're going to use the calculator, and you're going to use the quadratic formula. Question number 8. A rectangle is drawn so the width is 7 inches longer than the height. If the rectangular's diagonal measurement is 23 inches, find the height. So I'm going to sketch the rectangle and the diagonal of the rectangle. I know that the width is 7 inches longer than the height, so I'm going to say the height is x, so the width is going to be x plus 7. And so that is x and that is x plus 7, if that helps. Now, we would like to find the measurement of the height, which is basically x, if we know that the diagonal measures 23 inches. So the diagonal is 23 inches. I'm going to use the Pythagorean theorem in this case. So if you see here, if you notice, I have the diagonal is going to be the hypotenuse, and then the other two legs are the height and the width. So I'm going to say the hypotenuse square, which is 23 squared, is equal to x squared, which is the height, plus the width, which is x plus 7 all squared. Notice how we have a binomial here, which means we need to expand that, and it is basically equivalent to x plus 7 times x plus 7. So you're going to multiply first times first, first times last, last times first, last times last. So I'm going to expand. So I'm going to leave 23 squared is equal to x squared plus x times x is x squared. And then 7x plus 7x is 14x. And then 7 times 7 is 49. So I expanded that. So this is what I did here. And now I'm going to try to solve this quadratic equation. 23 squared is 529 equals to, I'm going to combine like terms, 2x squared plus 14x plus 49. In order to solve quadratic equation, the left side, in this case, the left-hand side must be 0, or you can make it a right-hand side, it doesn't matter. So in this case, I'm going to subtract 529 from both sides. I will end up with this equation. I will rewrite it such that it makes sense to me. So I will have 2x squared plus 14x, and then 49 minus 529 is equal to negative 480 equals to 0. Now I will be able to use the quadratic formula again. A is equal to 2, and B is equal to 14, and C is equal to negative 480. And if you plug your number in, you will get a positive number and a negative number, and the positive number is going to be 12.38, and that should be the answer for this question. The other number is going to be negative, so you're going to ignore that. The answer here needs to be rounded to 1 decimal, so I'm going to say 12.4 inches. Question number 9. The length of a rectangular garden is 8 feet longer than its width. If the garden's perimeter is 208 feet, what is the area of the garden in square feet? So again, I'm going to sketch the graph, or I'm going to sketch the garden, which is a rectangle. And I know that one of the lengths is x, because I don't know the length, but I know that the width is 8 feet longer than, the length is 8 feet longer than the width, so that is x plus 8. And because this is rectangular, the other side is going to be the same, and this side is going to be similar to the other side. although my sketch is not perfect, but you get the idea hopefully. Now, we have the perimeter is equal to 208. I know that the perimeter of any shape is basically the sum of all the lengths of its sides. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say x plus 8 plus x plus x plus 8. Basically, these are the two lengths and these are the two widths. And the answer is 208. Now I'm going to combine like terms and I'm going to solve for x to find the length and the width of this rectangular. So I have 4x's plus 16 equals 208. I will solve this equation. First, I'm going to subtract 16. So I will get 4x equals 192. Divide both sides by 4. You will end up with x equals 48. So that is the width. Now to find the length, I know the length is equal to x plus 8. So the length is going to be, this length is going to be 48 plus 8, which is 56. The area, so the width is equal to 48 and the length is equal to 56. The area is equal to length times width, which is 48 times 56, and that is going to give me 2,688 square feet. And that should be the final answer for question number 9.